LRI++, a disruptive digital technology for watershed management. A watershed is a natural geohydrological area where all the water drains into a common outlet. Watersheds are at different scales. Sub-watersheds are about 5,000 hectares, and micro-watersheds are between 500 and 1,000 hectares. India is recognized as a global pioneer in integrated watershed development. It is targeted at nearly 60 million hectares of rain-fed area, focused on increasing water availability, soil moisture, increased productivity, climate resilience, and sustainability of land resources. A major challenge in Indian watershed programs is the reliance on net planning based on a laborious, plot-by-plot visual assessment and manual planning by field technicians. Therefore, planning itself takes 2 to 3 years, with the full cycle of watershed development taking 7 to 8 years. Slow pace of planning means that a major proportion of the vast rain-fed area in the country will remain untreated in the near future. Lack of detailed site-specific data on soil, water, land use, etc., has hindered development of plans that are actionable at the plot level. Such traditional methods often lead to suboptimal soil and water conservation treatments, inefficient investments, and less than expected impacts. Additionally, tools and technical support are not provided to watershed communities once treatment is completed. So, what is the solution? In response, programs led by the government of Karnataka, with support from the World Bank and steering at national level by DOLR over the last 3 decades, have pioneered a variety of disruptive technologies to deliver watershed treatment faster, more accurately, cost-effectively, and with greater sustainability. Sujala 1 project trailblazed using remote sensing and GIS technologies to support community-led planning, implementation, also monitoring and evaluation of watershed interventions. Sujala 3 moved up the technology ladder by combining remote sensing and GIS with land resource inventory, or LRI. This technology completely disrupts how soil and site-specific data is collected, stored in a digital portal, and interpreted using decision support systems to automate generation of plot-level actionable soil and water conservation, crop selection, and nutrient management plans. All key components in a DPR for watershed management in less than 1/3 of the time that is taken through net planning, and at a fraction of the cost. The reward program currently being implemented in Karnataka and Odisha has leapfrogged on the technology ladder by adding advanced hydrological data collection and modeling to LRI and remote sensing and GIS technologies, which provides precise selection, siting and sizing of water conservation and harvesting structures, estimation of water balance, and crop water use advisories. Several new DSS that provide full life cycle support to watershed management from planning to post-implementation operation and management are being developed. Let us take a look at LRI++ disruptive technology. Here is a deep dive into each component. LRI is an assessment of the status and changing condition of soil, water, and related resources at the field level. The LRI database is generated on a geo-referenced cadastral map superimposed on high-resolution satellite imagery. LRI assesses site characteristics such as slope, erosion, texture, land use, etc., soil characterization through a systematic study of the profile covering depth, texture, color, and fertility status through grid sampling and lab analysis. Site, soil, and fertility characteristics are digitized and stored on a GIS platform. Land parcels are grouped into land management units based on similarity in soil and site characteristics. Digitized LRI provides site-specific database needed for planning and implementation of all development programs at the plot level. Having looked at land, let us now turn to water. Reward has pioneered the development and application of methods, models, and tools at the sub-watershed scale for assessing hydrological parameters. It uses cutting-edge instruments for field measurement of hydrological components, coupled with remote sensing and LRI products to develop models that are applicable to a wider area. Water balance components such as evapotranspiration, soil moisture, and groundwater are estimated at the LMU scale. Based on these parameters, watersheds are classified into water deficit or surplus. It helps decide type of water conservation and harvesting structures, how many, where to locate them, and what should be the size. It also estimates water balance, generates seasonal crop water use advisories, and inputs for technical evaluation of watershed performance. Reward, in Karnataka alone, is expected to generate LRI and hydrology data at the LMU scale for more than 34 lakh hectares. Processing this big data manually is impossible. Digitization is the only solution. Digital Portal is a one-stop location for accessing all databases needed for decision-making on land and water resource management. It comprises modules to store, access, analyze, and disseminate results. Spatial and non-spatial databases generated from LRI, hydrology, PUMI, census, etc., are ported from various sources and stored for ready access. DSS is a computerized expert system where scientific data is integrated with decision criteria to generate appropriate interventions for a given location. At present, 9 DSS have been developed, are hosted on the digital portal, and being used. Many more are in the development stage. With these DSS, it is now possible to generate plans at the plot level for soil and water conservation plans at survey number scale, including technical specifications, quantity of earthwork needed, and cost. Crop selection plan to identify most suitable crops at plot scale. Nutrient management plan to customize recommendations of fertilizer use for selected crops. And plan for sizing and siting of water harvesting structures based on available runoff. These plans are critical components of a DPR for watershed management. With disruptive LRI++ technology, one can prepare DPRs at the click of a button. So, why should we invest in LRI++ technology? It helps optimize resource use, thereby creating more impactful and sustainable watersheds. LRI++ reduces time and cost at various levels. Automation reduces DPR preparation time from 2 to 3 years to just 6 months, which includes community consultation, validation, and consent. As a result, watershed development cycle is reduced from 7 to 8 years to 3 years. Science-based, site-specific plans help in optimizing number of watershed structures. LRI++ promotes resource optimization and sustainability by optimizing fertilizer dosage combined with appropriate crop selection to reduce risk of failure. Improving water use efficiency through plot-level crop water advisories. Enhancing long-term sustainability of treated watershed by providing full life cycle support through community use tools and advisories.
ರಿವಾರ್ಡ್ ಯೋಜನೆ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭೂ ಸಂಪನ್ಮೂಲ ಸಮೀಕ್ಷೆಯ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಸರ್ವೆ ನಂಬರ್ ವಾರು ಶಿಫಾರಸು ಮಾಡಿರುವ ಈ ಜಲಾನಯನ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳು ತುಂಬ ಸೂಕ್ತಕರವಾಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ.
ಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಪೋಷಕಾಂಶಗಳ ಮಟ್ಟವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ ಆ ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಆ ಬೆಳೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೋಷಕಾಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರ್ ಏನಂತ ಅಂತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಆ ಬೆಳೆಗಳು ಸೂಕ್ತವಾದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಆಗಲು ಕಾರಣವಾಗ್ತದೆ.
ನಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ಗೆ ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳೆಯುವುದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಂದೇಶ ಕಳಿಸುವುದು ಅನುಕೂಲಕರವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ.
ಶಿಫಾರಸು ಮಾಡಿದ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಪರಿಶೀಲನೆ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸಹ ಭಾಗಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೆವು.
LRI++ has uses in other departments that work on land and water to plan their own schemes more efficiently. The digital portal also provides a platform for all departments to converge plans and resources, leading to a one area, one plan approach. LRI++ is thus a game changer. So, where is LRI++ currently being adopted in India? Over a 5-year period, the reward in Karnataka and Odisha will cover 34 lakh and 5 lakh hectares respectively with LRI++. Given that watershed treatment costs rupees 22,000 per hectare, a small investment of rupees 1,500 per hectare in LRI++ buys a lot of benefits, as we have already seen. It is a mere 7% of the total watershed treatment cost. How to know more about LRI++? The National Center for Excellence for Watershed Management, established under Reward Program, offers an exclusive 30-minute course on LRI++ for senior decision makers, which covers all technical details and provides a roadmap on how to roll out the technology. Take the course and tell others too. For further details, contact us from the below information.